here is Andy's 1750 points of Tyranids. It's a project at the moment, but I couldn't resist. I had to play his Nids because they're looking awesome, and they've got some really big, horrible, nasty things in there. So Andy, do you want to run through what you've got in your Nid army here?
Yeah, sure. So from left to right, I guess.
Yep.
We've got the Morlock there on the end.
Very nice.
And there's two of those, but going just to the right of that is the Dimericon.
Yep.
Big, nasty beast right there.
Very nice.
And he's riding in the Tyrannocyte next to him.
Yep.
And just going up to that, we have a Termagant and 30 Termagants. This makes her a troop choice, so all good.
Yep.
And I have a Tyrannofex.
Yep.
And he is also riding in a Tyrannocyte, so he's going to be
that one there.
deep striking in.
And what gun is that he's got on there?
The acid spray.
Acid spray.
It's template weapon.
Nice.
Nice. Just behind the Tyrannofex, you've got two Zonophrobes.
Yep.
Just in there for kind of synapse. And behind the HQ,
Yep.
got the winged hive tyrant with two devourers with brain inchworms. So
very nice.
lots of shots.
And then over here.
Yeah, got the Malanthrop, so 4-12 model.
Yep, very nice.
And another Morlock.
And another Morlock, right? And some Rippers. Got a couple of squads.
Yeah, two squads of Rippers.
Two bases of Rippers there.
Just
very nice. Right, okay. And that is Andy's army. Let's see how it performs against my Chaos Marines. My 1750 points of Chaos Space Marines. So it's my typical word bearer list, just minus my cultists really. So I have my Helldrake back there. I've got a Lamb Raider there with Dirgecaster. 10 Chaos Space Marines with 2 Flamers and a Plasma Pistol. 2 level 3 Demon Princes, Mark and Nurgle with wings. 2 5-man squads, both in Rhinos and both equipped with melter guns and Plasma Pistols on the champions. Then over here I have a Mauler Fiend standard, and finally a Sakaran over here with heavy bolter sponsons, and that is my my army I'm bringing today against the forces of the Hive Mind. Right, so both forces are deployed. We are doing Purge the Alien, so that's kill points, so it's going to be quite interesting with spawning gaunts and summoning demons. The score hopefully is going to rack up quite quickly. We're also doing Dawn of War deployment. So far Andy has got the first turn here. He's deployed over there. He's got lots of gaunts. Big wave there. Andy, have you got some sort of plan here for your deployment, or?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, we're going to basically, there's not a lot of Nids on the board at the moment, so we can just push forward, wait for reserves.
Push forward and wait for reserves. Right, okay, so it's also night fighting as well. So the Venom Probes are going to be quite handy for him. Over here, we've got my force deployed here. In reserve, of course, we've got the Helldrake. We've got quite a heavy left over here with the Sakaran, the Lamb Raider and the Mauler Fiend. Over here, we've got a relatively mobile flank. And I don't know, hopefully we can use a little bit of mobility to our benefit here. But, so Andy is going first. Unless I can steal the initiative, so here I go. No. Right, so over to first turn for Tyranids. Turn 1 movement for the Nids, and Andy, what's the plan?
So we're literally just moving forward.
Yeah?
Yep.
Any direction or just pushing up as a...
Just pushing up, so...
Oh, and you spawned some gaunts as well, didn't you, in your movement phase?
Yep, so rolled 7, but 2 1s, so...
Not good. So you've only got 7 and you've stopped spawning, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing for me or a bad thing. It kind of prevents me getting any more kill points from gaunts. But yeah, so that's the movement. Let's see what the Nids can do in Psychic and Shooting, turn 1. So turn 1 for the Nids and their Psychic and Shooting. Andy, what have you done in your Shooting and Psychic phase?
Okay, so the Psychic phase, cast Warp Blast from the Zonophrobes.
Yeah.
Chucked a small blast at the Rhino.
And?
Didn't do anything.
No.
It was denied.
Yeah.
So that was all there, and Hive Tyrant flew up.
Yep.
Took some shots at the rhino and a strip to hold point.
Yes, right. So that is your psychic and shooting. Not particularly amazing, but you know, you got a lot in reserve, and combat's going to be pretty brutal as well, I think, when you get in there. So no assault this turn, and let's see what Chaos can do in Chaos turn 1. So turn 1 movement here for the Chaos. What I've done over here, these 2 rhinos are pushed up, the guys are disembarked, and we're just going to rapid fire these guys to smithereens. The 2 demon princes have gone up into flight mode, hopefully to do a little bit of damage and maybe bring some more bits onto the board in the psychic phase. Land Raiders stay put for now, staying in reserve almost, just sitting back, watching the battle unfold. The Mauler Fiend bounding up the battlefield, eyeing up some of the bigger targets, hopefully can do something. And Scaran here just sitting at the back. Hopefully we're going to take a few shots at the Hive Tyrant and see what we can do. But that is movement turn 1 for Chaos. Right, so turn 1 psychic and shooting for the Chaos. Right, so in the psychic phase, both the word bearer demon princes try to cast summoning, Nurgle's Rot, a couple of psychic shrieks, and nothing really happened. I think Nurgle's Rot got off once and it might have killed 1 Gaunt. No, don't even think it killed 1 Gaunt. So psychic was a bit of a non-starter. As for shooting, like I said, these guys disembarked and we shredded loads of Gaunts. How many we got killed off? 10 there, 12, 15. So we probably killed 10 Gaunts in total, which is pretty impressive. A bit of supporting fire here from the 2 rhinos with their havoc launchers. Elsewhere, the Land Raider decided to fire over here at the zone ropes, and their cover save at the moment was pretty impressive, so they passed those. Elsewhere though, the Sicarum fired up at the Hive Tyrant and knocked off 2 wounds. Unfortunately, he did pass his grounding death, so he's still flying around and still a bit of a threat. So moving on to the assault phase and see if Mauler Fiend can get into combat with the squad of Gaunts and eat a few of those. So turn 1 assault for the Chaos. The Mauler Fiend charged in. Hammer of Wrath won, but he passed his save. And then he fluffed all his attacks. So not great for the first round of combat. I was really hoping in this turn to get some sort of first blood thing, just to get that one off the cards. But unfortunately not. I've left myself a little bit exposed with the 2 rhinos and squads of marines. But we will see what happens in turn 2 for Nids. Right, so turn 2 movement for the Nids, and wow, it's definitely changed the battlefield. Everything except for a couple of bits has come on. It's looking pretty awesome. Right, Andy, do you want to go through what you've done in this movement phase then?
Okay, so what's happened is deep struck down.
Yep.
And pretty much everything's come on, and in doing so, the Morlock basically broke through the ground and munched away a group of marines. So first blood for the Nids there.
Yep.
And yeah, that was pretty much deep strike.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
And a base of Rippers mishapped, went off the board.
Mm-hmm.
But another unit came in just to kind of get the basically the line breaker at the end.
Yep, right over here. Nice.
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, right, okay.
And you can see the Tyrant effects basically kind of lodged the Land Raider in a bit, so it can't go anywhere now.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to go anywhere. But nice. Right, okay, so moving on to psychic and shooting, let's see what the Nids can do. Right, so psychic and shooting turn 2 for Nids. Andy, do you want to go through what you've done?
So my psychic phase completely fluffed up. Nothing went off.
No, pretty bad. You got quite a high roll, didn't you? But
got quite a high roll, and we were hoping Warp Blast would do a bit of something, but from the zone ropes, but not this time. But yeah.
Not good. Right, and shooting?
And shooting was a bit better. So we have shot flesh borers into that marine unit.
Yep.
And killed.
2 have gone now. Yeah.
And also acid spray from the Tyranids.
Oh yeah.
At the back. And the other noticeable thing was the hive tyrant shooting into the rhino and destroying it.
Yeah. So that rhino's now gone.
And that was it for shooting, really.
Right, okay, so moving on to assault, and let's see what the Nids can do to the forces of chaos. Turn to assault for the Nids. Andy, do you want to go through what's happening over here?
Okay, so Tervagon has charged in.
Yep.
And took a whole point off the Mauler Fiend.
Yes.
So she got angry and ripped a hole in it.
Yep.
But he also hit back and did a wound, so...
Ah, yes. In fact, I have got my magma cutters to do as well at the end of the turn. So automatically hits, wounds, and one more save. Oh, not one save, one more wound off of the beastie.
Down to 4.
Yeah, so, yeah, pretty cool, pretty epic. And over here...
So, what was... a full squad of Marines is now down to the last standing champion.
Yes.
He's been swarmed, so we'll see how he fares, and
yeah,
if he runs away.
Yeah, his squad mates did take out a couple of Nids, and I'm not sure how long he's going to last there, but that is the turn 2 for the Nids. I think the score is now 3-0 to the Nids. So moving into turn 2 for the Chaos. Let's see if we can bring it back a little bit. So turn 2 for Chaos. Over here, these guys are the Land Raiders pivoted round, and these guys are disembarked, hopefully putting a bit of pain into this beast. Over here, the Sicaran kind of relocated to get a better shot at the Hive Tyrant, but the news is the Hive Tyrant's dead. The 2 Demon Princes flew over and Vector Striked and just tore him out of the sky. So that's one good thing. The Warlord's dead. So we've got 2 points for that. Elsewhere, the Rhino over here scooted off, and the Helldrake hasn't turned up yet. So that's the movement. We've done a bit of damage already, which is also always a good sign. And we are now going to move into turn 2 shooting for the Forces of Chaos. So turn 2 shooting for the Chaos. The Sicaran here fired on and ripped loads of wounds off this monster. These guys also joined in, firing bolt pistols, flamers and plasma pistols, and did a couple more wounds, as well as the Land Raider. So it's down to 1 wound, and we're going to try and assault it. All we need is get 1 wound through, and happy days. And that is pretty much it in the shooting phase. So we're moving on to turn 2 assault, and let's see what the board looked like at the end of that. So turn 3 movement for the Nids, and a couple more bits have turned up. Andy, do you want to go through what your Hive Fleet has been doing?
Okay, so the Morlock previous turn went into ongoing reserves.
Yeah.
He tried to pop down on the Sicaran.
Yeah, and
it's kind of scattered off, but didn't go mishap or anything, so he's kind of in a good position for the charge next turn.
And these little critters have turned up as well.
Little rippers to piss everyone off.
Yep.
And that was pretty much it, and we kind of just...
Everything's kind of pushing up here to join in the battle.
Morlock's chasing down the Rhino at the back.
Yep.
Should be fun.
Run, Rhino, run!
Yeah, that's Tyrannofex is going to hopefully hit those Marines as well, help the American out.
Yep. Nice.
That's it.
Right, okay, so moving on to shooting and psychic in turn 3 for the Nids. Turn 3 shooting and psychic for the Nids. Andy, what did you do in your psychic phase of these bad boys?
So Xenophropes are basically did a warp blast on Sicaran.
Yep.
Managed a whole point, so pretty happy with that.
Yep.
But didn't explode anything.
No.
Nice.
Snap firing next turn.
So it's snap firing.
Yep.
The Gaunts over there shot up at Demon Prince.
Yep.
Get lucky, got 1 hit.
Jinked
Didn't
it.
do anything, so just kind of pretty Not much shooting from the Nids.
No, right. So, yep, not much shooting. On to assault, and let's see a bit of carnage.
Okay.
So, turn 3 assault for the Nids, and these guys are still holding in. 3 of them died. They passed the leadership, but the crack grenades aren't really doing anything yet. One got through, 1 wounded, and unfortunately for the Chaos, he passed his save. Elsewhere, the fight's over. The Turbogon dismantled the Mauler Fiend, and is now moving on to bigger targets. And elsewhere, over here, on the other side of the battlefield, charged in, but unfortunately fluffed all his attacks against a very slippery Rhino. So, pretty good turn. I think we're now up to 5-2 for the Nids, and moving into turn 3 for Chaos. Let's see what they can do. So, turn 3 for the Chaos. Unfortunately for Chaos, the Helldrake is still not here to call in support. This guy's pivoted round, try and get a better shot. So Karen's kind of reversed down the hill a little bit. Now the Demon Prince is flown over to give him a bit of support. And that Demon Prince is also flown over there. Both the Demon Princes, both vector strike. So that one has done some damage to the Turbogon, and this one over here did a bit of damage to this big drop pod thing. So, moving into psychic and shooting, and hoping to do a little bit of damage. So, turn 3 psychic and shooting for the Chaos. It's gone okay. Over here, this Demon Prince did Psychic Shriek onto this Morlock and did 1 wound. Over here, this Demon Prince summoned some Blood Crushers with Incursion, and they've just come in there. Oh, sorry, this one did Incursion, and is scattered over there. Elsewhere, the Land Raider fired and took out the Turbogon, which was there, and the Psychic Backlash killed, what, 2?
Yeah,
2 guns. Ugh. Well, that wasn't too great, but never mind. And over here, Karen also fired, but did nothing. So moving on to assault, and the only assault we got at the moment is still this little fight here. Hopefully we can last 1 more turn. So the end of Chaos turn 3 assault, and the only fight that was going on was over here, and this monster just butchered the last of the Chaos Marines. So at the end of turn 3 for Chaos, and we are down with 5-3 to the Nids. So moving on to turn 4 for the Nids, and let's see what the Hive Fleet can bring to the Dark Gods. So turn 4 for the Nids in their movement phase, and it's all kind of moving at the moment. It's all very fluid. Andy, do you want to run through what you've been up to this turn?
Yeah, sure. So Morlock's basically moved up to the Sakaran there.
Yeah, so very close there.
Kind of in the middle of the board here. Maybe we'll just kind of step back as we can see what's about to approach. So hopefully prepare for that incoming attack.
Yep.
And Morlock's chasing down that tank at the back.
Yep.
So hopefully he can kill it this turn.
Hopefully he can avoid it. Yep, good idea. And over here, these guys are coming up.
Yeah.
And these two are looking up, eyeing up the Land Raider.
Yeah.
So, right, let's move on to Psychic and Shooting and see what the Hive Mind can bring to Chaos. So, turn 4 now for Nids, and they're shooting in Psychic, and nothing really happened, did it, Andy? You tried to Walk Blast here?
Walk Blast, but I only got 1.
Onto the Blood Crushers.
And then Dispelled it on 6.
Yep.
A couple of 6s.
A few 6s. And these Gaunts here also fired, and nothing. So, I'm not sure what else you can do there to prevent what's going to happen. And that was it. So, moving on to Assault, and I've got a feeling it's going to be a nasty one for me. So, let's see what happens in turn 4 Assault for the Nids. Right, so turn 4 Assault for the Nids, and it's actually been pretty bad for the Nids here. Andy, do you want to run through what you may have done or what you haven't done? I don't know.
Well, not a lot apparently. So that Warlock went up to that Sakaran and
didn't hit, did he?
didn't hit at all.
No, terrible.
Pretty poor. And
over here,
Did 2 smash attacks.
Yeah.
And stripped a whole point, but did pretty bad, really.
Yeah. Took out the heavy bolter as well, weapon destroyed.
And again, Warlock chasing down this tank at the back.
I did one glance.
One glance on the tank. So
yeah.
Pretty poor.
Right, okay, so the score hasn't changed. It is still 5-3 to the Nids. And moving on to turn 4 for Chaos. So turn 4 for Chaos. And the Helldrake's on now. So he's eyeing up these guys. He also came in, Vector Strike some little rippers down here. The Land Raider here has reversed, eyeing up this big boy. And these two have flown over here. This Demon Prince doing another wound, 5 Vector Strikes for that. So it's all kind of lining up for something decent to happen. And we will see what happens in Psychic and Shooting. On a side note, the Rhino's still going.
Chugging along.
Right, so turn 4, Psychic and Shooting for Chaos. Right, so over here, we did a Psychic Shriek on the Morlock and killed him. Quite a lot of wounds, unfortunately, so he's gone. We also summoned some more critters. These guys have come onto the battlefield and they've done their run move to avoid any torrent. So Karen finished off the big beastie, I can't think what his name is. Demericon, apparently. So he's gone. The Land Raider also fired at him, but he passed his field with no pain that he used. Because they collect tokens and he passed that. Over there, Helldrake came on, killed off most of the Gaunts. There's one left there and did 1 wound to him. And that is it. So it's been a really good shooting in Psychic Face of Chaos. And now we're going to move on to Assault and see if the Blood Crushers can even the playing field a little bit more. So turn 4 Assault for Chaos. And the Blood Crushers came in, Hammer of Wrath the last Gaunt, and all the other attacks went on to the Zone Throats. So that is pretty much everything that's happened in Assault. And the score now has changed. It is now 7-6 to Chaos. And it's very close. And we're going now into the last turn for Nids. And let's see if they can bring it round. Turn 5 for the Nids, a movement phase. Andy, do you want to run through quickly what you've done here?
So literally, Tyranids shuffled up.
And he's going to acid spray some poor little bloodletters in the face. And this guy over here, he's moved up and around. Not really sure what he's going to do, but we will find out. And that is pretty much it. Everything else is kind of holding ground and preparing for assaults. So, moving into Psychic and Shooting, turn 5 for Nids. Turn 5, Psychic and Shooting. No Psychic left, and this guy acid sprayed these poor little bloodletters and killed off 3. And that was pretty much it. The drop pod thing, I can't think what it's called, fired its spitters and didn't do anything. And this one over here, unfortunately, still can't do anything. It's an Land Raider. So that is it. We're moving into Assault and see if the Nids can cause a little bit of damage to the Chaos. Right, okay, so turn 5 Assault. This boy charged in, did 1 wound. He also had 2 wounds against him, so he's now on 1. And over here, the bloodletter's got sandwiched between these two. Didn't really do any damage, but we're just holding the ground there. And that was pretty much it for turn 5 Assault. And that is it. Turn 5 for Chaos. Basically, both Demon Princes came out of flight mode. They're both just jumping around now. And over there, the Helldrake has flown over, Vector striking him, not doing any damage. And that is pretty much it. So moving on to Psychic phase and shooting and see what Chaos can bring on their last turn. So turn 5 Psychic and Shooting for Chaos. These guys did a bit of Nurgle's Rot and did 1 wound to the Rippers, but I killed off a Bloodletter. Not great. It's probably going to cost me in a second. And the Land Raider here fired at him and didn't do anything. Oh, actually I got Sakaran, so I just rolled that now on the... Sakaran is firing at the drop pod. So, 2 rending and 3 saves.
So.
From Sakaran on there. So you got an invulnerable save on your drop pod. So he's dead. So at the end of turn 5 assault over here, the pull of Bloodletter wasn't enough and got ripped apart. And over here the Blood Crushers were triumphant. So that is it. The end of turn 5. And the score is 9-8 to Chaos. Really close game. For a minute I didn't think it was going to be a Chaos victory. I thought it was going to be a whitewash for the Nids. But we came through. Andy, have you got a man of the match at all for this game?
I think I would say the American just chewing up that whole squad.
Yeah.
Down to the last wound. But if he hadn't lost so many wounds, maybe would have turned it around for me. But
yeah, definitely. He took a lot of damage, didn't he, in the first...
That's the 3-up save. It's not the best.
No. For myself, it might actually be my Sakaran for a change. He just did a lot of firepower. He wouldn't die. And yeah, no, awesome. So, I hope you all enjoyed this battle. If you did, give us a like. And if you're feeling generous, give us a subscribe. And Dom from BlackToad Studios. And I will see you later.